My name is Mel. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I grew up in Staten Island, New York. My mom will tell a joke sometimes when she'll talk about how she used to get really mad at me when I was a teenager, like especially in middle school, because I was absolutely that kid who was on the phone at 2 a.m. on a school night, talking to my friends in secret, like helping them with their boy trouble and their girl trouble and their problems and their issues. And it used to annoy my mom so much because I was just racking up phone bills, and also because she didn't understand why I was so immersed in other people's lives and doing so much more with like other people's issues. And then now she likes to talk about that because it's like, oh, now it makes so much sense why you are the way you are. It's something that I've felt very comfortable with and that I've gravitated towards since I was a kid. That, I don't know, people like to talk to me and I like to talk to people. And people keep consistently doing that. So it seems to be working out pretty well. I graduated with my bachelor's degree from a school in San Francisco called the California Institute of Integral Studies. Things just happened to travel in the way that they did, where University of Nevada, Reno has a fantastic marriage and family therapy program. Before I even went to grad school, I was working at an eating disorder clinic in Reno. It was so challenging, and there were times where it was so stressful and so scary because you're working with people who are terrified of receiving help and of changing. You really learn to shift your perspective and your expectations for what we want and what we can do as humans. Where, it's not the major successes, it's not the giant jobs, the career moves, the promotions. It's the everyday, like, taking a breath moment. You find where the reward is, and that impacts how I do therapy now, where it's like, you put on pants and you came into the office, you're doing amazing. Love working still with eating disorders. I am very passionate about working with the LGBTQ community, especially now, especially at this point in our lives, in this world. There are a lot of people who feel very alone and scared and afraid to be themselves. And that's, I think, one of the worst things that we can do to a person. There's nothing that like shatters somebody's self-esteem than telling them to be somebody that they're not. Something that a lot of, I think, clients come in with is concern that they're not going to do therapy correctly, or they're not going to do it perfectly. They're not going to get the therapy gold star. And to go into it knowing that there's no such thing as a perfect session where you get exactly the resolution that you're looking for and you're healed in the next 45 minutes. Like, that's not how it's going to go. That's not how it's supposed to go, and that's okay. Having those reasonable expectations for yourself and realistic expectations, very much like that slowly mentality, is very legit in this situation. The kindest thing that you can do for your brain and your body is to be gentle and go slow and give your brain and your body grace. And more above anything else, compassion. This is not a race.